Hey guys, it's Carmina. Welcome back to my channel, Your Stars Aligned. I'm a Vedic astrologer and cards of truth reader, and earlier this week I posted a video about how the queens work, right? How the queens work in theory, what principles do they activate in the cards of truth in both manual and the software spreads, right? So today I'm gonna continue with practical examples as I promised you guys. So yeah, I said I would test it on Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez because I've been promising I would look at their charts again for a very long time. And also I will share a couple of examples from manual casts, right? One, Light on a Star, which acts like a horary or prashna spread and answers one question, and the other is a past life question spread. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the easier ones actually, just to get the ball rolling. Okay, so this is a prashna type question, right? And this is a Light on a Star spread. The first card is a situation. This card here is wait, am I recording? Yes. This is the present happening. This is what's going to happen in the future. This is the should do, what goes against, what goes for, and the final outcome. And as we can see here, what goes against this person's desired outcome is a woman, right? It can be a brunette woman since it's a dark queen, right? It can be a woman who's a very good businesswoman or a good manager, right? Because the Queen of Clubs is all about making good choices, and a very active, energetic woman. And sometimes it can be the person themselves as an energetic manager, right? But in this case, it really was a woman. Yeah, so card spreads cast manually are a very quick and easy way to get right into the heart of a matter. So I recommend anybody and everybody to learn that. Okay, this is another example. This is a past life spread that I did. There's another card around here which I didn't include because it's not relevant for this example. So this is, this person was asking what's my past life relationship to the occult, and this is the person's path. She was on the path of survival. She had to do whatever she needed to do to look after herself, and then she found some occult teachings, and she really fell in love with it because this is the Jack of Hearts. This is a new attitude that's gonna last a long time, and it's gonna be a loving attitude towards it, right? But then something happened in her life. She didn't achieve any material success, right? She avoided material success, and there's another thing that happened and we don't see here. But anyway, from this attitude of loving them, her inner world, unfortunately, she became lazy with them, right? Because as we were what's wrong with me today? As we were saying last time, when the Queen of Spades comes reversed, the person is too lazy to take the necessary action, right? So from a love, a passion for the occult, she became too lazy to really go into it. But then the outer path evolved as being something temporary and something that would bring value in her life, in a temporary manner, living in the moment and things like that. But yeah, this is the reverse Queen of Spades becoming lazy with something. Okay, so that we went through these quick examples of manual cast, let's look at the software. Let me share. Where are you, Kala? Okay. Okay, so as I was saying last time, we're gonna be looking at Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, because people have been really asking to see their charts and their lives, so I thought it's a good opportunity. And then we'll also look at my chart because I probably know myself and my life best, right? So I can speak from my personal experience. Okay, so if we look at Selena's natal spread, at her queen quadration, she has a queen of spades on her moon card, right? So what does that mean? Well, the moon card always shows her, her early environment, right? And the queen of spades is not a fun card, right? This can show like her mother was like really tough on her, and she had to like really grow up really fast to be mature and self-reliant fast. I guess she was a child star as well, right? So it makes sense. Also, she has the queen of spades card with the 12th cusp of foreign places or like more isolated places, and she has here the sun and Ketu. That is, of course, the cusp is right if, her birth time is correct. It's C-rated on astro.com, but Astro Theme and lots of website took it, so maybe there's something there. But even so, even if this cusp is not accurate, this is still accurate about her bringing up, right? So that's one of the card advantages. Like, you don't really have to have a perfect birth time. You can still say a lot about a person without it. So yeah, she has sun in K2 in Cancer, aka the moon card. So she has past life experience of really overly expressing her emotions, and now I guess she'll be on the path of being more restrained, right? She has the Rahu with the king of clubs and with Saturn, with the 6th and 7th card, so it will manifest in the area of employment, of relationships. Okay, so this queen of spades here, let's see where the moon goes. The moon is here. Yeah, so I mean, this is a tough, it's a tough moon card, but it's it's an early environment that makes a person really self-reliant and really capable of resisting in the world. So I think it's good overall. Let's see. Yeah, so this 5 of diamonds actually relates to this queen of spades, not only because queens manifest especially in the energy of 5, but also because the sun is here, right? So the sun card is the 5 of diamonds, and the sun is in the queen of spades. So she's a very she's a person that has this 5 energy, this queen energy, very strong in her. This 5 of diamonds, what does it mean in the sun card? That's her kingdom, right? So she's a charming person. Her ascendant is with Mercury and Venus here. Of course, she's charming. But she, her kingdom is not like stable as a 6 would be. It's always developing, right? It's always developing her skill. It's an ongoing battle to develop her skill and her finances, but my teacher says like the sun card is never a bad card, right? Because like that's your kingdom, that's what you have, that's what you're working with. And 5 of diamonds is also a financial card, right? So like improving her finances is also part of her legacy. And she's gonna do that a lot with with using her Queen of Spades skills, right? So she's like really like, even though she looks sweet and adorable, she's really a tough cookie, a tough woman, especially because she also has, um, planets, a lot of planets in black cards. She has this moon with Pluto in the Jack of, the Jack of Clubs. She has this 10th cusp and Mars in the Two of Clubs. She has, in the K2 card, she has Rahu and Saturn and two outer planets, right? So I think it's very interesting. Let's see, in her 7-year spread, she does have a queen, right? And she has a queen exactly on the queen card, which is the Neptune card, which is amazing, right? Wait a second. Okay, so today is not like a fine day for science, but we're gonna soldier on with all the distractions. Okay, so as I was saying, she has the Queen of Hearts in the 7-year spread between 21 and age 27. She has it in the Neptune card, which actually it's the best, like most ideal placement for a queen card, right? Because it's at home. And especially for a nice Queen of Hearts, which is like a person who is very nurturing, very loving, like a mother figure, and who also like gives and receives a lot of love. And let's see where that Neptune is. Okay, Neptune is in a bit of a tough card, right? It's the card from age 27, a 4 of diamonds on the Saturn card. So at age 27, she's gonna probably have some difficulties with keeping, a financial stability. And it's gonna have to do with her job, like working for somebody, the 6th cusp, and also working in partnership, like maybe a business partnership with somebody, the 7th cusp of partnerships. And also, she has Moon and Saturn here, which is not a nice combination. They starve each other. And so it's going to be like really stressful. Let's see what else she has. She has Uranus. Yeah. So her age 27 is going to involve a tough financial situation, but she's going to make it work because Saturn is also here. So it's a strong Saturn, a Saturn in Capricorn, I guess. And she's gonna, with all these like struggles to keep her security and her financial balance, she will learn to be very mature, which is a 6 of Spades and is a natural consequence of the Queen of Spades. And she's also feel like she's more like deeply connected to the world, through being very loving and nurturing, right? Maybe she's gonna be a mother at 27, who knows? So it may have to do with her being a very nurturing person. Maybe she's gonna do some charity work, take care of people in a way, or maybe she's gonna become a mother. But I don't think so. I don't see like jacks connecting to it or aces. So yeah, maybe it will have to do with her mother. Maybe she's gonna have like a deeper bonding with her mother, which will also help her connect more deeply to the world. Let's look at her year chart. She doesn't have any queens this year. She doesn't have any fives either in her spread. Okay, so let's look at Justin Bieber's chart. Okay, so now let's see Justin Bieber's chart. Actually, it was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Justin Bieber. So if the birth time is correct, the birth time from astro.com, 1:06 a.m. on the 1st of March 1994. Let's see. Okay. So he's a 10 of clubs as a birth card. We can see he's got a queen in his spread as well. He's got the queen of clubs with the fourth cusp on the Jupiter card, you know. And he has there the ascendant, the sun, Venus and Saturn. That's a pretty tough combination, right? Because, Sun and Saturn together are a slightly narcissistic combination, and you got Venus in the mix, starved by Saturn and by the Sun, and the Sun starved by both Venus. So, there's a lot of pain in this combination. So, what can we say about it? Let's see where Jupiter goes. Maybe that's his saving grace. Yeah, Jupiter goes here in the Three of Hearts, also pretty intense, with Rahu and Pluto. Okay, so this Justin Bieber is an intense guy, really intense. This his home life was not at all, quiet and peaceful, and also his mind is also not quiet and peaceful. He's got a lot of turmoil, he's got a lot of insecurities in regards to himself and relationships, and he kind of makes it work by always finding a new passion, something new to love, creatively, because it's the fifth cusp. I don't know, I don't think he's into spirituality, but maybe later in his life. This Jupiter with Rahu and Pluto is pretty intense, in Vedic astrology, like Jupiter with Rahu. It's kind of like hard for a person to become mature, but also in Tamil Nadu they say, Jupiter with Rahu is not so bad, and just the person will get a lot of real estate properties in their life, and he has. But there's always going to be a lot of ego bashing because Pluto is involved. So, okay, so like making good choices, this is kind of tainted, right? So he's not always making the best of choices because his queen of clubs is hurt by this starvation trio, the only planet that's, okay here, the most okay planet here is Saturn, because at least its friend Venus is between him and the sun, right? So delighting him a little, but it's a pretty painful card. So always like making the right choice in regards to home, in regards to his peace of mind, is a very painful process for him. And it always goes hand in hand with like go flying apart. I mean, he tackles difficulties and obstacles by always like finding something new to love, right? Finding something new to love, but it's also, delayed because of this Rahu, and it's also a painful ego lesson. And especially because all the tens of clubs have this Seven of Hearts as a path, right? Which is always your ego getting bashed and sentimentally disappointed, getting heartbroken. So once you master this card, he will be fine. Also, this queen of clubs for him is really important because he also has a five of clubs, which is like the essence of the queen of clubs, and that's on the Saturn card. So really, it's really his like longevity and his really pushing through all the difficulties that will keep him going, right? Because we see like Saturn here delighted by Venus, and here as well, the Saturn card, Mars in it, Mars in it is okay. Let's see, is Mars Mars is in Aquarius, it's okay. It's not exalted. I was thinking maybe it's exalted, but Mars with Mercury together, not such an amazing combination, because like Mars gets distracted, sidetracked, the will to power through, to push through, gets sidetracked with this Mercury here. And we also see he has another 5 that relates to the Queen card, and it's on the Neptune card. So whenever he's like undergoing some crisis with his body, like he can go like some cleansing, some detox, some rehab, he connects more deeply to the world, right? So something good comes out of it, but it's really tough. Like this 5 of spades is the toughest of the 5s, the most like heart-wrenching. And let's see, yeah, he has his Neptune here, so definitely he's very connected to the 5 energy of change as well, right? With this Queen and this 5 of clubs here and this 5 of spades here, and especially in the realm of finances, resources, and teamwork, right? He really is flexible and changing his mind a lot, like goes towards his advantage, but also this Mars here, his drive can suffer at times. Let's see. Okay, so on his 7-year progression, he has the Queen of Spades on his Rahu card. That's very interesting because if we remember, like Selena Gomez had the Queen of Spades on her moon card, so maybe that's part of the attraction for her. And let's see. He also has a Queen of Diamonds at age 21. And let's see where the sun goes. The sun goes here. Okay, so this Queen of Diamonds is like being a great like financial manager, managing your finances, powerful, And at age 23, this 3 of clubs here is like being an independent thinker. I'm looking at this card because the sun goes here and it's with Jupiter, delighted by Jupiter. It's with his enemy Venus and Rahu as well, and Pluto. So age 23 was also a time for him where he kind of he really worked really hard to show his own voice, to show who he was. But at the same time, he got a lot of delays. He got a lot of like ego lessons in regards to groups, right? Because it's the 11th house, and also to his like financial rewards and also music awards, because that's also an 11th house thing. So let's see what else we have. Do we have any other 5s? Yeah, we have at age 27, he's gonna do some training or some changes, right, in his financial aspects, because it's also the 2nd cusp, and that's like gonna be really helpful. Yeah, it will have to do with some surrender. At age 25, he will have to kind of surrender to divine love, and it relates to his siblings, to his teammates, co-workers. He will have to learn to love them as they are. And yeah, so this Queen, so yeah, he is Queen on the Rahu card also relates to him being like more self-reliant, and also something with Selena, right? Because it relates to age 23 as well. And this is her moon card, right? So his interaction, his relationship with her probably helped him better, helped him find his individuality better. But it was like also like a painful realization. It was not easy. It's like really, it's not easy being Justin Bieber, looking at his card spread and people being jealous of celebrities. You don't know what's going on inside their hearts, in their heads, right? Okay, this year he doesn't have any queens, he doesn't have any 5s. Oh yeah, he has 5s. Like his path is a 5. So, his Neptune card will get activated. So he's probably going to have to do some detox or rehab or some shift in his, physical health. That's what he will have to do. And you know, if the path is 5, you have to look at the 5th card. And this is like the Jupiter card. Jupiter is also 5, so it will be helpful, you know. So him having money and him like continuing to perfect his skill will help with this like very painful detox thing, and hopefully it will help with his home life and with the peace of mind as well. Although, you know, Sun, Mercury, Mars, Venus, Neptune here, it's a very busy card. And, you know, it's going to manifest especially between the 25th of September and 16th of November, right? And it will also manifest partially between the 13th of June and the 4th of August because you know, that's the card Jupiter is in. So yeah, like this will be the most important time of his year, between the 25th of September and the 16th of November, because this detox rehab thing will be activated. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna quickly look at my chart as well. I'm an Ace of Diamonds as a birth card. I have a Queen of Diamonds on the Sun card, and it's probably like my strongest card. Not probably, like it actually, this is my strongest card. You know, this is the Sun card is the Kingdom. I have the 10th cusp here of career and public image, and a passionate conjunction of Mars and Venus. You know, the queens relate to the Neptune card, where this is like the card of education, of coming together with ideas, or like collaborating with somebody intellectually. And you know, as I was saying, the queens relate to 5s, and especially, you know, the 5 of diamonds, since it's the Queen of Diamonds. This is like working on your finances, training to have better finances, and also training on concrete skills. It has to do with the 3rd cusp of, you know, it can be technical writing, competitiveness, I mean. The 4th cusp, you know, of like home. And I have another 5 here on the Moon card. It's not a great placement for a 5 because it's emotional crises, but it's also a financial card, so I'll take it. And you can see in my 7-year progress spread, this Queen of Diamonds is actually happening this year, and it has to do with me like building my resources, taking care of my responsibilities, the 2nd house things, and also 3rd cusp of technical writing. You know, I wrote a book on musicians. If you haven't read it yet, I'm gonna post a link below. It's like a really technical research study on, you know, 375 musicians chart, especially using Gemini techniques. So anyway, this is like my 3rd house, like technical writing thing coming into action, right? And of course, you know, the 5 of diamonds, which relates to the Queen of Diamonds, came into place. You know, there was a lot of ego bashing in the process. You know, I had to revise the way I was working on it several times last year. And also, you know, the Neptune card, because queens are connected to Neptune, 7 of clubs, which is like really letting go of old mental concepts and ideas. This is also the birth card of my teacher, Ernst Wilhelm. So yeah, by letting go of some old ideas, I was able to, you know, connect more deeply to the world, because that's what Neptune does. And Neptune is here in the Ace of Hearts, you know, which is a very nice card, even though it has Jupiter Ketu. But Jupiter Ketu is also a combination for astrology, which I have been really focusing on since the age of 32, Vedic astrology. So this is really nice. Oh, and this year I don't have any queens. I do have 2 5s. So you see, like in this time for me, even the 7-year spread and my birth spread, these 2 5s keep popping up. I have this 5 of hearts and the 5 of diamonds. And so, and I can feel it definitely. The 5 of diamonds can also be travel, foreign travel, because the 9th cusp relates to travel, maybe pilgrimage, but not necessarily, like long distance travel. And 5 of hearts, on the Mars card is like, like letting go of some emotional crises, like, because the Mars card is like obstructions and the 5 is averting. So averting obstacles to my health through doing, these emotional changes, So it's not really, it's always the Mars, the Saturn cards are tough, but they help you become more of who you are and letting go of things that probably no longer serve you. Okay, so these were my examples. This was probably a bit long-winded, but I'm looking forward to hear your questions. I hope I was clear enough. And if I wasn't, just ask me and I'll try to clarify as much as possible. Okay guys, so I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to check out my other videos on the cards of truth and also my website to see what reading services I offer. And also don't forget, I don't think I ever mentioned it, but I've been offering tutoring for both cards of truth and astrology. So check out my website under the reading section to find out more about that. Okay, that being said, if you lasted this long until the end, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!